mussel stock that's ready to harvest. This is ready to go to market. For it to get like this, it took 26 months.
Wow.
We're going to start
How long?
at the first.
26 weeks.
26 months.
Oh, 26 months.
26 months. If you look in here, you'll see wee little specks of brown. Not all of them, but most of them in here are seed mussels or spat, what they call spat. The way they get it, they put an anchor at both ends of the lease, a rope from one end to the other across the top. They take an old worn out rope. This was used about 4 years lobster fishing. They put a piece of lead on the end of it and they tie it up to that rope that's on top of the surface. And they just leave it there. The lead keeps the rope straight down. When those little mussels that you see here hit that rope, they hook onto it and they start growing. This one rope itself would have thousands of mussels on it. After about 4 months, the farmer, we call them a farmer, come on over and take a look. If you look, it's very small. See those wee little specks? That's mussels.
Wow.
Well, come on over and take a look. If you look here in this here, you'll see little specks.
That's cool.
Little brown specks.
I didn't know that.
Well, there is a lot of dust and residue, but I guarantee you half that there's mussels. Oh God, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Yeah, that's spat or seed mussels.
Just from in there.
Just from in there. Yeah. You can see little specks. Anyways, those mussels will come on that rope and hit the rope and they start growing. The farmer then comes out about 4 months later and the mussels will be about that size after 4 months. They call them seed mussels then. He'll then look at them and say they're big enough for seed. He'll put a glove on, he'll take all those mussels, and there'll be thousands on this rope, and he'll knock them all off into a tub. And then he'll just put this right back down into water so it does it all over again. That's stage 1. Stage 2 is when you take all those little mussels and put them in a mussel sock. You cut a piece of mussel sock off, that's about 4 feet, tie a knot in the end of it, you open the end. This is why we call it a sock. It's just a little round sock like that. They dump all the mussels into a big vat. It has a funnel on it, something like filling up a sausage. Pardon? They're about that size. They're seed. They put it over the end of that funnel, they pull the handle, and that fills up with little baby mussels. Then they take it out and they tie it up to what's called a grow-out lease. And so we have a seed lease, growing, all they do is grow on the rope, and then we have a grow-out lease. And then it takes roughly about 20 to 22 months more until they're this size. Every 4 months, once again, the farmer comes out, he looks at them. If there's too many barnacles on them, moss on them, if there's silt on them, if there's tunicate on them, which is an invasive species from Europe, if they're all on it, it has to be cleaned. So the mussel guys will go out. These are buoy up guys, so they're going out with a load of buoys because the mussels have grown so much that they're starting to sink. They don't want them to touch bottom. If that mussel sock touches bottom, most of what's right here, that's seed mussels. If that touches bottom, the crabs and the starfish will go up and they'll eat every mussel off it. So they have to keep an eye on it, and then they go out with these buoys. That's all they're doing is putting buoys on, just like that. That's what wherever they're going, that's what it's going to look like when they're done. To keep the mussels up off the bottom.
And the lobster doesn't just jump up and grab them, or?
No. The odd lobster plays basketball, but not many.
How deep are we here?
28 feet of water. Not very deep at all.
And so they eat whatever swims by.
If anything touches the bottom, the lobsters, the crabs are just going to crack them and eat them. But the worst thing is the starfish gets up. The starfish wrap themselves around it and they'll just eat everything. Yeah.
And so what did you say the invasive species was?
It's vascular tunicate. It's on what it looks like as if you have fiberglass it. I'll see if I can find a piece here.
And does it shut it, or does it eat it while?
It doesn't eat it, or it just wraps itself around it. It's just looking for a place to live. And what they do is they choke it off. Yeah, there's nothing on here right now.
So inside the mussel will die?
Oh, absolutely. It just die of starvation because it's not getting enough. Yeah, it's a filter feeder. So once it's this size, after about 24 months, 26 months, they cut that line off, throw it in a big tub, take it into the wharf, and that yellow building right alongside the ferry boat, that's our mussel plant, and they have a big tumbler in there, stainless steel tumbler. They throw all those mussels in, and they just tumble and tumble and tumble. A lot of water going into it, and the mussels would all clean off, and at the end of it somebody would take the old mussel sock out, throw it in the trash, the broken mussels, throw them out, and the good mussels they put them in 5, 10 and 20 pound bags and off the market they go. The mussel farmer gets 50 cents a pound for his mussels. The guy at the plant, when he sells them, he gets $1.75. The store, when they buy them off him, they get $3.
Yeah.
The restaurant, when they sell them, they usually get $30 a pound.
Wow.
You get a bowl, it's a half pound, they usually charge $15.
Yeah.
So the people that are making the money are not the farmers. The same thing with the grain, the same with the beef, the same with the pork.
It's the
And
end user.
the only way they make money is they're doing volume. I mean, they're doing big numbers. Over 2 years right there. And you got to remember, they started with the rope, went to the sock. This thing had to be cleaned every 4 months. Then this thing has to be taken in. So there's a lot of logistics to it.
Wow.
Any questions? That's just a brief crash course on it.
So what's the main difference? Okay, like these are edible mussels, but like the zebra mussels that every fisherman.
We have no zebras down here. That's
Nothing
only in
on
fresh
the ship.
water.
Only fresh
And they were brought in from Europe on
Europe
ships.
also, yeah.
So they're an invasive species. The zebras, they don't grow that big, but they say you can eat them.
Yeah.
But these were always here. The island blues. It's just that they were always found on the beaches, and they found a better, faster way to grow them by
Yeah.
farming them.
From our,